Previously, in a society where magic held utmost importance, a baby named Mash was born without the ability to wield magic. This presented a significant problem as those who possessed magical abilities were marked on their faces, while those without the mark were considered outcasts. Mash's life took an unexpected turn when Burnded, a kind-hearted individual, discovered the abandoned baby and decided to raise him as his own. As the years went by, Mash devoted himself to intense physical training, transforming into an impressive physical specimen. However, one fateful day, the magic police caught wind of Mash's existence and launched an attack on him and his father. To everyone's astonishment, Mash managed to defeat them without using any magic. This surprising feat caught the attention of Brad, the leader of the magic police unit, who vowed to continue hunting Mash down. However, Brad proposed a deal: if Mash could become the top student at the magic school, he would refrain from reporting him. It was a chance for Mash to prove himself and gain acceptance in society. Meanwhile, Rain, a student at the magic school, received a letter from the principal, directing him to investigate the basement. Little did Rain know that this would lead to the discovery of a secret door and a series of unexpected events. Getting into Lord Abel's chamber, Mash is met by a disturbing sight. Lord Abel commends Mash for surprising him, while Mash wonders how he has done it. Lord Abel mentions Abyss's name and states that he had thought Rain was the only student capable of facing Abyss's evil eye. Mash's ability surprises him. Lord Abel asks what is wrong, but Mash assures him that he's okay and asks him to continue. Lord Abel commends Mash, referring to him as being capable, believing that should be enough for someone as superior as him to understand that the world does not treat everyone equally. Mash remains silent, and Lord Abel reminds him of their beastly natures that he had mentioned before. Lord Abel cannot abide by inferior genes and believes they take advantage of kindness, exerting their rights. Seeking Mash's opinion, Mash continues to remain silent. Lord Abel tries to convince him to let go of the weak, referring to them as useless baggage. Mash, however, assumes that the weak are those without magic, based on his definition of weakness. Agreeing with Mash, Lord Abel states that they must dispose of those without magic. Hearing this, Mash is shocked. Meanwhile, Lord Abel thinks that simply segregating those without magic from society is too kind and intends to change this system. His reform extends to the underachievers and those who shelter the weak. In Mash's mind, only one person comes to mind in all of this: his father. This causes him to think about when he was a baby, how his father referred to him as a good and honest boy. Mash recalls his father being proud of him after witnessing his early displays of physical ability. He remembers his father getting angry when he ate a cream puff without being told to, but it didn't stop his father from being proud. Back to the present, Mash evaluates his thoughts and bluntly tells Lord Abel that his way is a problem. He doesn't think they should be friends. Offended by this, Lord Abel is disappointed that Mash doesn't understand all that he has said and refers to him as being dense, considering him an inferior gene that should be eradicated. In response, Lord Abel releases a batch of puppets on Mash. Love approaches the hall, exhausted. Seeing the doors to Lord Abel's chamber open, she takes a peek and sees the puppets approaching Mash. She hides herself, finding the sight of Lord Abel and Mash fighting terrifying. She thinks she has arrived at a bad time. When the dolls approach Mash, he punches one and notices a yellow substance coming out of it. Fortunately, he manages to dodge it. Lord Abel sarcastically reveals that the dolls have acid in them, warning Mash to be careful. Mash grabs the head of the doll he punched earlier, leaving Love wondering what he intends to do. He uses the doll's head as a bowling ball, eradicating the dolls without coming close to them or touching them. Love is shocked by this sight, mouth wide open. Mash then reminds Lord Abel about inferior genes, seeking to know if it would mean Lord Abel has inferior genes if Mash beats him. Lord Abel finds this insulting and tells him to shut up. Ignoring this, Mash asks about Lemon. Lord Abel seems to have no idea who Lemon is, claiming that he only receives magic power from everybody, which bothers Mash. Lord Abel reminds Mash of the belief that the strong take from the weak. Shortly after, Lord Abel sends in his large clown dolls to attack Mash. Love believes it's over, but she is surprised to see Mash defeat all the dolls, destroying them in the process. Lord Abel realizes that Mash has grown since their last encounter. Mash reminds him of his belief about the strong taking from the weak and demands that Lord Abel tells him where Lemon is when he wins. The competence of Mash angers Lord Abel, angry but composed. However, he decided to take control of Mash's body, forcing Mash to deliver punches to himself. No matter how Mash resisted, Lord Abel had placed imaginary strings on him, depriving him of control. This led to Mash inadvertently strangling himself. Because the one-sided fight bored Lord Abel, he stopped Mash from choking himself. Lord Abel allows Mash to do as he pleases, but frees Finn, who he has turned into a puppet, to fight Mash, believing that breaking his friend Finn apart will be the result. Mash chooses to sacrifice a few hits, allowing Finn, who has become a puppet, to land powerful punches and hits on him. Mash takes the hits, unable to fight back. Eventually, Finn hits Mash powerfully with an axe attack, sending him flying. But when Mash lands, Lord Abel is shocked. He is even more shocked to see that the axe Finn used to hit Mash has been broken. Mash mocks Lord Abel for thinking he is deep, surprising Love and making her believe that war is about to begin. Brings out the gold coin from his jacket and asks if Lord Abel still wants it. Lord Abel assumes that Mash has finally decided to give it up. Meanwhile, Mash forcefully flips the coin, causing it to cut the threads controlling Finn. Finn is restored to his human self. Mockingly, Mash apologizes, stating that the coin just likes him. Tired of Mash's games, Lord Abel decides to end it. He tries to control Mash by stringing him up, but Mash starts to struggle. Lord Abel had placed imaginary strings on Mash, causing him to lose control of his body. Mash breaks Lord Abel's fingers one by one, freeing himself from the strings. Without wasting much time, Mash charges at Lord Abel and delivers a powerful kick to his face. While in the air, Lord Abel is forced to use a spell he didn't plan. The spell transforms Mash into a doll. Lord Abel is impressed that Mash made him cast this spell, but he believes that in a situation of survival of the fittest, weak individuals like Mash should be the prey. With Mash fully transformed into a doll, Lord Abel walks up to him and searches his jacket for the gold coin. Surprisingly, he doesn't find the gold coin but finds the cream puff Mash had kept there earlier. After being punched by Mash, Lord Abel wonders how Mash was able to free himself, especially after fully transforming into a puppet. He believes that Mash shouldn't have been able to move, as puppet magic blocks electric signals from the brain, causing voluntary physical movement to stop. Mash's ability to move is attributed to a spinal reflex, an instinctive reaction to stimulation. In this case, Mash unconsciously reacted to the cream puff being taken from him, holding on to it tightly. Since his previous spell doesn't work, Lord Abel decides to extract magic power from his dolls and initiate what he regards as the ultimate spell. He creates a harm puppet that turns everyone within a 100-meter radius into a puppet. The transformation begins when a person is touched by the invincible strings. Lord Abel is confident that he has finally defeated Mash. However, he is surprised to see that the hands of his harm puppet have been pulled away. Mash had pulled off the hands of the puppet. Love, who witnessed this, explains how shocked she was to see Mash balance his body in anticipation of the strings. This allowed him to feel the impact of the strings on a part of his body and grab them, immediately pulling them out. After doing this, Mash punches the harm puppet in the face. Realizing his defeat, Lord Abel is reminded of his mother's story and how she was killed by the same people she always offered help to. Mash doesn't think Lord Abel is a bad person and decides to spare him, but he demands that Lemon be released as they had agreed. Due to Mash's victory, Lord Abel decides to release not just Lemon but every other student he had turned into dolls. Lemon is released, and Finn is excited to see her. The three of them spend their time screaming for joy while Lord Abel regards them as fools. Meanwhile, Lance is nowhere to be found. When Rain challenges Lance, he realizes that Lance is a she and is a member of Innocent Zero, a dark magic organization working in the shadows. She then reveals that they had sent Lord Abel to find someone, and since he failed, they intend to kill him. She refuses to reveal anything. Tries to stop her. He is confronted by a serial killer and cannibalist named Jean-Pierre. Meanwhile, Mash's friends are unaware of what is coming for them, excited about being okay.